So this is our exponent review. If you are in class, we'll have a printed out worksheet for you. And if you are virtual, we have a PDF, but we also have this slideshow. And I'm doing a video so that after you try to solve it, you can do it with the video. So let's go ahead and start. Whoops, wrong thing. So these are multiple choice, but they're really yes, no. It looks like it's a multiple choice question, but it's actually 5 yes, no questions. So basically we're determining if each expression is equivalent to this. So I'm going to mark this 7 to the third and 7 to the sixth. So you see it's a quotient. And you might remember from class that the quotient rule says we subtract exponents. Okay, so if we subtract exponents when we have the same base, this would be 7 to the 6 minus 3, which would be 7 to the third. So we're looking for an answer that would be 7 to the third. So look at choice A, problem A. It has 7 to the ninth and 7 to the negative 6. We're multiplying, so this is a product rule, so product. So we would add our exponents. So this would be 7 to the 9 plus negative 6, which simplifies to 7 to the third. So yes, it's equivalent. It's the same. The next one is another quotient. It's written in a different form. So this is 7 to the negative 8 divided by 7 to the negative 11. So you'll subtract them. So quotient, you subtract negative 8 minus negative 11. Remember from our study of integers that minus a negative is plus a positive. So negative 8 plus 11 is 3. So our final answer is 7 to the third. That is the same as what we are looking for, so yes. The third one has a mix of a product rule and a quotient rule. So we first add the exponents, 7 to the fifth and 7 to the third gives us 7 to the eighth. And now we're dividing by 7 to the fourth. So we can write this as 7 to the 8 divided by 7 to the fourth. We subtract exponents, so we get 7 to the fourth. That is not the same as 7 to the third. Letter D, 7 to the negative third times 7 to the sixth. We add our exponents and keep the base the same. This simplifies to 7 to the third. Yes, it's equivalent. And 7 to the third to the 0 power. Here is an example of our power rule. We multiply those exponents, so we get 7 to the 0. We remember from class on Wednesday, 7 to the 0 or anything to the 0 is equal to 1. So this is not equivalent. Let's go on to the next page. So what value of n makes this true? So n is right here. We're looking for it. It looks like it's over here. What they really mean is, what is the answer to this question? So it's a fancy way of saying, hey, what do we get? So here you have to do some PEMDAS work. This is actually pretty fun. So I'll say this is 4 to the 8th over 4 squared to the negative 3. So that's a power rule, meaning I multiply my exponents. So 4 to the negative 6 divided by 4 to the fourth. Okay, so I did that. Now I would see that I go from left to right, and I'm going to subtract my exponents because it's a quotient rule. 8 minus negative 6, so that would be 8 minus negative 6. Minus a negative is the same as plus a positive. So you have 4 to the 14th divided by 4 to the fourth. Remember that when we divide or have a quotient, we subtract our exponents. So this can be rewritten as 4 to the 10th. 14 minus 4 is 10. So that means n equals 10. So it's a fancy way of saying do the problem. Our next one. So which statement is true about 6 to the negative n times 6 to the n? This one's tricky. So 6 to the negative n times 6 to the n. Well, this says if n is less than 0, then it's greater than 1. Well, let's pick something where n is less than 0. So I'm going to go down here and do A in blue. So 6 to the negative, let's say we pick n to be negative 1. So we would replace the n with a negative 1. That gives us a double negative there. And then we will say that this is 6 to the negative 1. So on the first one, minus a negative, 2 doubles make that positive. So I have 6 to the first times 6 to the negative first. We add exponents. So if we add exponents, 1 plus negative 1 is 0. So I'll have 6 to the 0. Anything that's raised to the 0 power is 1. So it can't be greater than 1. So our choice A is incorrect. Now it says if x for n greater than 0, the value is 0. Well, let's see. Let's pick something greater than 0. I'll do this in letter B in red. So 6 to the negative, and I'll just plug in 1. We decided n was going to be 1. And then if n is 1, it will be 1. Okay, so now you have a negative 1 and a positive 1. You still end up with a 0. Negative 1 plus 1 gives you 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So it is not going to work for letter B either. Now it says for all n, the value of the expression is less than 1. Well, I don't think that's true because I just tried n of negative 1 and I just tried n of 1 and they both came out to be 1, not less than 1. So that one can't be true. The last one must be true by order or process of elimination and what we've seen. So choice D, anything you put in, it turns out to be 1. Okay, which ones are equivalent to this? This one looks so much worse than it is. So it says choose all that apply. That's always sneaky when they do that. Keep that in mind. Choose all that apply. So you have 13 to the 6th divided by, I'm going to go ahead and do what's going on over on the right-hand side. So 13 to the 8th and negative 4th, that's a product rule. And with that product rule, we would say 8 plus negative 4. 8 plus negative 4 would be 4. So I have 13 to the 4 over 13 to the negative 2. Now PEMDAS comes in again. I would need to do this 13 to the 4 over 13 to the negative 2 first. So remember, it's a quotient rule. So I'm going to subtract 4 minus negative 2. I'll write that. Minus a negative is adding. So you end up with 13 to the 6th power. So I have 13 to the 6th divided by 13 to the 6th. It might help you to see it like this, like we saw in our video. Anything divided by itself is 1, so this is always going to be 1. I could prove it by saying 13 to the 6 minus 6 gives me 13 to the 0, or 1. So that answers 1. So it says which one's equivalent to that? Okay, well 1 to the 13th power is 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. That's going to be 1. Negative 1 to the 7th power, that's going to be negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1. So I've got to do that 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So negative times a negative is a positive. Negative times a negative is a positive. Negative times a negative is a positive, and I have this extra negative hanging around. So he doesn't work. But I can tell negative 1 to the 4th power is going to be positive. Negative times a negative is positive. Negative times negative is positive. So it would work for letter B. Anything to the 0 power is 1, so this is really 1 over 1, giving me A. And 1 over 13 to the negative first, that's not going to be 1, that's got a 13 in it. So it's going to be choice A, B, and D. And the last one, this student examines this expression and he knows m is greater than 0. So that would mean positive integers like 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. It could be decimals, but we're not going to go ahead and deal with decimals. We're just going to use whole numbers. So he claims the expression has a value equal to 1 because it simplifies to 5 to the 0, and any integers to the 0 power is 1. So all we have to do is prove whether he's right or wrong. So I'm just going to pick a number. I like the number 4. Okay, so I'm going to say 5 to the negative 4 over 5 to the 4th. And let's just see what happens. So 5, we subtract our exponents because it's the quotient rule. So negative 4 minus 4, ooh, I get 5 to the negative 8. That is not simplifying to 5 to the 0. Let's go ahead and try one more. So I would say, let's say I like the number 2 because I like the square root of 4. So 5 to the negative 2, right, because it's negative over 5 to the 2. So I'd end up with 5 to the negative 2 minus 2. Oh, that gives me negative 4. I don't think he's right. I think he's made a mistake in his sign. So is he correct? I would say no, he's not correct. So no, Josh is not correct. As you can see in my work, he made a mistake with his sign. And that wraps up this review. So some good thinking problems. I'm going to end this now. Thanks so much.